Well, come on over here. Come here, handsome.
Hi, beautiful.
Hey, honey.
Welcome to Cooking with Na Na
And Murray. Sorry. I'm going to try to watch comments tonight. And I got distracted.
Episode 3. We're going to be making homemade biscuits and Grandmama Kegel's cocoa syrup. So, you ain't got nothing to do. Join us tonight. We're going to have a little fun. We're going to hopefully share some recipe. Let me do a little disclaimer from the get-go. I'm not the best biscuit maker there ever was. I'm telling you, I'm not my mama.
Sorry.
You want to do it?
I'm sorry. I was being silly. You're not the best biscuit maker.
I'm not the best biscuit maker. My mama was the best. I do not make biscuits like my mama. I've made a bunch of biscuits like I told you last episode. First day on the fire department, you know, they asked me if I could make biscuits, and I ain't never made a biscuit before in my life, and I said absolutely. And they turned out good, so I got stuck making biscuits for many years. But like I say, I cut my biscuits. My mama, she did her dough, and it was just as nice and soft and fluffy, and she just pinched them off with her hand and put them on a pan. I'm telling you, she could have a pan of biscuits whooped up by the time you could go to the refrigerator and get out a can of canned biscuits and walk it and get them on the thing just about. And we ate biscuits just about every morning of some sort. But it was always a special occasion when she made cocoa syrup, because that wasn't an everyday thing. And after you see tonight, you understand. But it was like a Sunday morning thing. You wake up, and when the first thing that hit your nostrils was the smell of, you can smell that cocoa syrup. Yeah, you can smell that.
Smell it. Oh.
And you knew it was going to be a good day. You was getting cocoa syrup and hot buttered biscuits. So, but we appreciate you coming out. Anybody watching?
Oh, yeah, we got a couple of people. We got Heather, and we got Bridget.
And a couple little shout outs before we get started. And I really appreciate this. I mean, people are going back, back and looking at the recipes and making their own, and Connie Livingston, she was a good friend, used to be a neighbor. She moved down to Thompson, Georgia. She made the chicken dumplings. She posted a picture. They sure did look good.
They did. They looked just like Nathan's dumplings. And she said they tasted good, too.
And my cousin, Judy Kearney, she made Cassie's strawberry pie, and she said it was a hit with the family. Mary Jane said something about it's really good the second day. And she said, well, I'd have to make 2 of them. Says the first one didn't make it. They ate it all one sitting. So
my mother would be so happy. Oh my God.
Then Heather Hanson, I've mentioned her last week. She sends me postcards. I've never met the lady, but what a wonderful lady. She sent me postcards when I was going through a transplant and everything.
We got one recently.
Yeah,
as
we
a
got
matter
one.
of fact.
And she made the Cassie's strawberry pie, and it looked delicious.
Lord, we do. We got a crowd on here.
Hey, and if y'all want to do it, you can post your pictures on here. And but once again, we're using white lily flour. That's what my mama used. And
no, Julie, we cannot come to Florida and cook. You got to come to Georgia and cook.
So I've got this is a 3-cup sifter. It's a kind of a small sifter. When I had the fire station, probably about a 6-cup sifter. It was a big old boy. And I'm not going to make as many biscuits as I made it in one fire station. At one time, we had 15 or 16 men on the shift down there at Station 6. So I had to sometimes make 2 pans of biscuits. But anyway, we're going to take I put it over a little over 3 cups. I just fill this sifter pretty slap up.
Is that sifter 3 cups?
It's a 3-cup.
And I wasn't paying attention. Okay.
It's a 3-cup sifter. So we're just going to fill that thing up to the brim, and we're going to sift with some flour. And if y'all look on the post, my brother's right before we went on there, my brother Stan, Diane, she inherited Mama's dough bowl and show them. Mama's was round. We got a dough bowl here. I can't make biscuits in this dough bowl. Anytime with me and flour is involved, it's gonna be everywhere, and it's really everywhere in that dough bowl. So I like this big old bowl here. So three cups of, and I do mine. Mama, she never put butter in her. I got some good grammar, don't I? She never put no butter.
Wow.
She never put butter in her biscuits, but I'm making buttermilk knots. So like I say,
you don't need flour. No, I got
to sift some.
Okay.
And I put just a little bit of Crisco in with it. And I just use my hand. It's about a quarter cup is all you need. Just about a quarter cup of cold. Once again, it's really better, especially the butter. Better if the butter is cold. And the Crisco, well, it just helps them. So just take a little pastry cutter here, and we'll just commence.
Commence to pastry cutting?
Pastry cutting.
Well, all right then. We got 26 people. Julie and Patty and Kevin and Heather and
Kevin.
I wonder how many aprons MJ has. Speaking of that's
yeah,
Bridget asked that. Speaking of aprons, so I went out to the mailbox to this, I guess it was Wednesday, and had a nice little package with this apron. I don't know if you can see it real good, but it's awfully cute, and it says
time to eat, y'all.
And that's a Paula Deen, so you know that came from my she is a little bit older than me, childhood friend Melanie Cagle Bushy,
my cousin,
his cousin, and we did get a really cute little tea towel, and it's rather appropriate. You're the butter to my
biscuit.
Oh, Lord. So thanks to Melanie. That was awfully sweet. Lord, I can't get that hung back in here. And I do have a couple more aprons to debut at some point.
And
Heather said she liked your apron too.
Oh yeah. And posted Randall had the like I say, Diane got Mama's dough bowl, and it's kind of fitting. It's sitting on a 1940s. If you look at the picture, a 1940s Coca-Cola tray, which I mean, that's been a big part of my business is selling Coca-Cola stuff at auction. I got a room upstairs full of Coca-Cola signs, and then my brother Randall, Deborah, and sister-in-law Deborah, they got Mama's award from the Boy Scouts in 1974. I was 14 years old. We had the Crabapple Antique Festival, and the Boy Scouts would sell sausage, biscuits, and coffee, and drinks. And Mama wasn't the only one that made mother that made biscuits. She made probably the most. If I ain't mistaken, I don't know Randall's stands. Y'all on the line, y'all can kind of correct me, but I think it was somewhere around 900. But it was a bunch of them in one morning. So, but anyway,
that's a lot of biscuits to make. Do you want me to go get the camera? Or?
I've got this cut up little piece size. Let's get it all cut up and mixed in real good. Once again, my measurements ain't real exact, but it's probably about 3/4 a cup to a cup. And it.
Do you want a measuring cup for it, or are you okay? Sorry.
I just pour some in, and once again.
Let me get the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all excuse me. Let's get over here and see.
We're just mixing this dough up real good. And this though, you just kind of want to be gentle with it.
Melanie said that her biscuits are like hockey pucks. We love you too, Julie. Yeah, Stephanie said for us to keep it closer. Well, you tired of looking at us? I'm just kidding.
All right, we're getting close, and I want to. This bowl, it's
Am I supposed to follow you?
no,
Okay.
it's made by McCoy. That bowl's probably 40, 50 years old. Like I say, I'm in the antique business, so collect lust. It's a McCoy mixing bowl. We got to graduate and set, and this thing right here weighs about 20 pounds. But all right, I'm gonna rinse my hands off, so you
All
tell
right.
them, sing them a little ditty there.
Sing y'all a little ditty. Well, here, I got something I can tell y'all. It must run in the family because my brother-in-law, Randall Cagle, has started him a little group,
Yes.
and it's called Gardening with Randall. And he's Randall, so check it out. I actually learned something. I think I might be able to start me a little tomato garden, so just from Randall's little videos, and there you go. Hunt him down.
Yeah.
He's not as pretty as I am, though.
And Randall, he's going to be with us next Thursday night.
Next
Thursday.
Oh, okay.
He's making Mamo sweet tater pie.
So what you gonna do here, Nathan?
I'm just going to dust the board.
So yeah, tell them about this board here you got going on.
Now, at the fire station, I'd always, back when the grocery store had brown paper bags, I'd just tear one open and I'd flour it, and that's what I dusted, that's what I rolled my biscuits out on. And well, I have got this roll of craft paper, the same thing that paper sacks are made out of, grocery sacks. So I just rolled it on the table, that way I can just fold it up and be done with it. No fuss, no muss. So we're just gonna roll that biscuit dough out.
So y'all got to tell me if I'm okay on the camera angle going here. 'Cause I don't want you to miss anything.
And what I do to get them flaky with that butter, I kind of just, I don't use a rolling pin. I kind of just pat them out, and I just take them and I fold them over. I'll pat them out again. I do it about 3 or 4 times, just kind of fold them over. Like I say, this is just my way of making biscuits. It ain't the best way. They don't make the prettiest biscuits, but they're pretty good to eat. I made a,
Yeah, they are.
and one thing, yeah, I'm out of practice. I ain't made a whole lot of biscuits in several years. Where I used to make them not every day, but every third day. I made a pan of biscuits at least once a day. Sometimes we have them for supper, had them twice a day. And so practice is a big thing just within you. You know, anything you do.
All right, hold
Practice,
on.
practice, practice.
Oops, sorry, y'all.
I just take a little Crisco and I just grease. This happens to be a Pampered Chef pan. And if you need some Pampered Chef, you need to see
Kirsten Creek. She's one of my friends. She'll help you out. She'll hook you up.
with some Pampered Chef. Oh, anyway, I'm just doing about half a pan here. And we get a paper towel.
Get you a paper towel. Okay, now we got the camera back. What you doing there, buddy? Hey. Come here.
Alright,
Come and say hey to
One-
everybody.
one important thing.
Say hi, everybody.
Now, Mama, she pinched hers off. I cut mine out. And this is a Dole pineapple can. Got the chunks or crust or whatever. But you just cut out. It makes a pretty good sized biscuit there. So, but whatever, when you cut your biscuits, don't twist.
You want me to go get the camera?
And I mean, as long as people can see, I don't.
Well, let me just go get the camera.
And we just cut them out and just lay them on this Pampered Chef.
That's enough.
And then,
Let's see.
and I just kind of fold these back together again. Had them out. I'll cut me another biscuit out of it. And these last two, I'll kind of do what Mama did.
All right. Well, we're just going to set the camera back down.
And just kind of.
No, twist it.
And Mama, she always put them knuckles right on top of them. You just about see her knuckle prints on every biscuit. When she got done, she went by and went on top of them. That's an ugly biscuit, but my mama wouldn't be.
Your mama would be tickled to know that you were showing people out in TV land,
Facebook land.
yeah, Facebook land, how to make her biscuits.
Like I say, my brother Randall's going to be with us next Thursday night, 7:30. And then the next week, we got a super surprise. Got a couple of guests going to be with us. It's going to be a surprise, so I'm not going to announce. You're going to watch, see who it is.
Who is it going to be?
See, she don't even know.
I'll find out.
But
I got my ways.
I'm going to turn the oven on to 450. And while that's preheating, we want to get the camera. We're going to start making cocoa syrup.
I'm on it. What you need? You just need to hush.
Looking at dead hair there.
Well, I bet it won't be the first time.
All right, let's get rid of this. Cocoa syrup's easy. This is all the ingredients right here. Start off.
You got to walk a little slower because I'm having to follow you.
Well, I'll get over here. Got a cup of water.
I'm just going to stay put. How's that?
Cup of sugar. And a quarter cup of Hershey's cocoa powder. This right here, Hershey's cocoa powder.
There you go. Mitch, you're too sweet. You mean Jack?
Then,
Yes, Seal, cocoa syrup is the same thing as chocolate gravy.
Yep. Oops. Making a little mess over here.
Well, what else is new?
But I mean, that's kind of, it looks kind of funky. That cocoa powder don't mix in too good to start with. But I just put it over high heat until this thing starts to boil.
Hey, Dana.
And we're just gonna stir this up and boil it till it gets all dissolved and thickened up a little bit. But still haven't heard anything from our cancer doctor down in Tampa. Yeah, they did call. They still tracking down some biopsies that I had at a different location. So still in the process of that. Not much more to report on that front, but I just appreciate Mary Jane and I both just appreciate the continued prayers. I mean, I guess that's probably been one of the. I mean, there's a lot of that stuff on Facebook that's terrible. I mean, I get disgusted with it some days, but I tell you what, you can get in touch with a lot of people. You can touch a lot of people, and I tell you, it's amazing that amount of prayers that went out to Mary Jane and I, or have, and continues to be, and we're just humbled.
Absolutely.
Just humble, and
There's no way we could do this without them. I'm telling you.
and we just.
Let's see how that's going in there.
You see, it just hadn't started boiling.
Yeah, still looking a little thin, but that's okay.
It's going to be thin. It don't thicken up a whole lot.
No, it does not thicken up like the pudding did for the strawberry pie, except Heather.
It's just kind of like a simple syrup, but cocoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's a burling now.
Cut that thing back.
And
how are we looking now?
I reckon we're
Still getting there.
Yeah, it's a rolling.
Hey Connie, we talked about you earlier and about your dumplings.
How was them dumplings, Connie? Was they fit to eat?
Oh, Heather, I'm sorry. I tried to stop myself saying that, but you caught it. Talking about the thin chocolate as opposed to the thick strawberry pudding. Hey, Kirk. Hey, Kayla. I'll get back to the chocolate or I'm going to start crying, says Stephanie. Aw. Okay, we're not trying to be sad. Randall says don't scorch it, by the way.
That's why
Randall, you just wait till your turn next week, honey.
That's why I'm stirring it.
Stirring. I swear, y'all, I wish there was like some sort of smell-o-vision going on because it is incredible.
And yeah, I mean it was a great day.
When you had cocoa syrup.
Cocoa syrup. And I remember Mama making it. A lot of times preachers would have a big meeting, association meeting or whatever, and Daddy he'd invite a house full of preachers to come stay with us from all over the country, and all of us boys we end up sleeping on pallets on the floor, and give up all the beds to the preachers, but she'd make cocoa syrup every once in a while when them preachers, a lot of them didn't, well, I don't know about that. Then they'd eat one bite.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
It's kind of like crack.
Yeah, it is. Well, I wouldn't know because we don't do crack, but from just so we could. Stephanie wanted to know, are the biscuits rising while you do the chocolate gravy?
No, I'm just waiting on the oven to get up to 450 before I stick them in there. And folks, just so you know, we ain't gonna have to wait on the biscuits. I got a set of biscuits in the oven right now, warming up, so that I made earlier today. So we wouldn't just have to, because it takes about 15-20 minutes once you put the biscuits in the oven. And so I didn't want to just sit around and y'all listen to me jibber jabber for that long. So
I don't know that they like to hear you jibber jabber. I like to hear you jibber jabber at least.
Well,
you're a good jibber jabberer.
Make a living jibber jabbering.
Yeah, you do.
Talking fast.
Yeah, you do. That's right. That's how you ended up.
Who give me 25 now, 39, 5, 30, get 5, 5, 5, 30, get 5, 35, now 40. I got 40 now, 5, 40, get 5 now, 50, 50, 59, 5, now 60. I got 55, get 60, going once. I got 55, get 60, going twice. And I have sold it.
Yeah, well, where's that hammer thing?
Well, Jack don't like no hammer much.
He's already retreated in there to the sofa, so you don't need to worry about him. How's that gravy looking? God, I swear to God, it smells. I wish y'all could smell it.
Like I say, it don't get real thick. And The oven's about ready. So.
Did you put flour in there? Did I miss that? Oh, okay. Well, I just know that.
No flour
Well, I don't know, Nathan. That's why I asked.
Florine would hit you in the head with a spoon.
She probably would. I tell y'all what, she was a gem of a mother-in-law.
I would do anything because my dad, he was always kind of serious, mild-mannered, but my mama, she was a cut-up. She loved to laugh. She loved to
She loved to entertain him.
Yeah.
He'd get mad with her sometimes. Not mad with her, but
I would do anything to have my mama standing here making biscuits, showing y'all how to make biscuits tonight. And the show she would put on, she was a mess.
Yes, Heather, it's just sugar, water, and cocoa.
She was these things about my mama.
Florine-isms?
Well, there's a lot of Flossie-isms.
Flossie-isms, that's right.
But number one, she loved the Lord. There's no doubt. You didn't have to be around her about 2 minutes. You knew that she loved her Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Second, she loved her husband. She loved her some red cake.
Yes, she did.
Mom and Daddy got married. She thought she was 16. In the family Bible, it was kind of, the date with ink was kind of ran, and she wanted to get married, so she said 16. Her mom and daddy still had to sign. Well, when she got about 30 years old, she had to get a birth certificate. So Daddy went and got her a birth certificate. Well, instead of 1930, she was born in 1931. So she was 15 when she got married.
Lord. Can't imagine a 15-year-old nowadays getting married.
But she loved her some red cake, and she loved her kids. My mama, and she loved people, and she loved to cook. And
yeah, she did, and she loved the underdog. She was always the one that rooted for the underdog in anything.
Yeah, and was there to pick up the downtrodden.
That's right, Pam.
If you brought somebody in the house to visit, she's gonna feed them. They weren't gonna leave hungry, and so
she was a mess.
And ain't no telling what's gonna come out of her mouth. Where did you come from?
Yeah. Oh my God, I'll never forget the first time that was right after Nathan and I had been dating. We hadn't been dating very long, had we?
No.
And
I didn't know if they knew I was dating anybody.
No, obviously they did not. Nathan says to me one day, it was one Sunday, I guess, and he said, we're going to go pick up Allison at my mom and dad's. And I'm like, all right. So we go over there, and I'm thinking his mother knows that, he's dating somebody or that he's bringing somebody over there. And we go walking in the house, and she looked up at me and said, "Where'd you come from?" And oh my God, I didn't know what to do because Nathan had already told me, don't be surprised what my mama says or any of that. Oh Lord.
Here's some of the biscuits.
Yeah, aren't they pretty?
I'm gonna stick these in there. But yeah. She wanted to know, where'd you come from?
Oh my God. So I just kind of sucked it up right quick and tried to come up with the best answer I knew how, and that was Sandy Springs, because that's where I was living at the time. So, but then it wasn't 5 minutes after that she and I became fast friends, and I tell you what, I loved that woman. I regret that I did not have more time with her. I really do. But what I did get was precious, and I miss her.
Should I tell the Ben story?
I don't know. That might make somebody mad. So maybe not. So,
It was
yeah.
funny though.
It was funny, but yeah, you know, you got to be careful what you
Alright.
say nowadays. Anyway, you got you some biscuits.
And
These are the
fine.
ones he fixed earlier, and yeah, I have to say, I took a taste. They are delicious. Oh, and they're hot. Lord, Linda, I'll tell you the the story about where we met. Connie's on here going, come on, tell it.
But you put.
Well, yeah, let's butter this
This
biscuit.
is a grandmama's cake when you put a big old slab of butter on it.
Oh my Lord, yeah, you do.
And she probably put a little more than that. But,
Well,
but I'm just gonna.
just do up a couple of them there, buddy. Kim Hampton, please tell, she says. I promise I will. I will tell about where we met.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, oh Lord. It was a long time ago. No, 12, 13 years ago maybe?
Yeah.
Anyway, I was newly single, and I can remember my mother saying to me, well, Jane, do you think you'll ever get married again? And I said, absolutely not. I'm never marrying again. I'm going to date. I'm going to date as many people as I can. And about 3 weeks later, I met Nathan, and the rest was kind of history. But we did meet in a strange place, because it was about that time when all that online dating stuff started up, and
Farmers.com now.
Farmers.com.
Redneck.
Redneck, yeah, cooks.com. Actually, I didn't know anything about it. All I knew was there was this thing out there called myspace.com. And so I went on MySpace and set up a little account. And Lord, I tell you what.
Next thing you know.
Oh, yeah, next thing you know, Jed's a millionaire. Woo, Lord. Anyway, I actually did go on a date with somebody before Nathan, and he was a real cute photographer from Buckhead. But when I met him in person, pretty sure he was a meth head from Buckhead. So I managed to get out of that one, went back to my MySpace account and was going to close it down. But there was a message from a young man who said, you sure are cute in your baseball hat on backwards in a picture. And the rest was history. We met, and we have been together ever since.
All right. Another thing, getting back to I sell antiques. I'm an auctioneer. And I forget, we used to collect Vaseline glass. That's what this is here, this green. Made into the Depression era, 1920s, 30s, 40s. And it was usually premiums, giveaways. And this, we pulled it out of the cabinet, and I was going to put my biscuits on tonight, and this kind of fitting. This says white lily flower.
Here, let me come in on that. Say that.
Cake, pastries, Smith's Pastries, white lily flower cake, Knoxville, Tennessee.
How about that?
And we got us some little Vaseline. And the neat thing about Vaseline glass is, it was, like I say, it was premium, it was a giveaway, but Vaseline glass, to get that green color, they put just a smidge of radium in there, and this will
be prepared, y'all. We're going to turn the lights out.
It glows in the dark.
Check that out. That's funky. So yeah, there's your Vaseline glass, folks.
Yeah, it's so anyway, thought that was a neat little tidbit. White lily flower. So I'm just going to
Well, Lord Heather said she's never heard of a white lily flower. They must not have it up north, she said. So here's some chocolate. Oops, sorry, y'all. Some chocolate gravy up in there, and some good old biscuits, Lord. And you know what? You need to time those other biscuits.
I did.
Okay. Can I set this down now?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Sorry if I'm making everybody dizzy.
Can they see?
Yeah, go back towards the back of the table with it.
we're gonna actually do a little taste test.
Yeah,
tonight.
because we hadn't been doing that too much on the. Oh Lord, look at that! Ooh, I can't wait.
But it is sure good. You just take this chocolate goodness, gravy, cocoa syrup.
Stephanie says, "I'm coming over. I'm
Come on.
slobbering."
I'm telling you
Oh
what,
Lordy,
I
I
wish-
am too, Stephanie.
I wish y'all could taste and smell this through the airwaves. Because it is enough to make you slap your grandmama.
Slappy Granny. Which
Yeah.
one's mine? This one? With all the chocolate on it? Lord, look at that. I just want you to look. Lord, I'm going to have to set mine down or I'm going to turn it over. You waiting on me?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go, folks. That's pretty daggum good. Lord have mercy. And the one thing, sorry. The outside of the biscuit's good and crunchy. And the inside, Lord, feels like a little feather. I like my biscuit to be kind of crunchy. I gotta have one more little bite. I know we're not supposed to do this on camera, but I guess it's our show. We can do whatever we want to. I hit the spot. I hit the jackpot, y'all. This man can cook. I got to say though, I was talking to somebody earlier this week. I think it was Julie about losing weight on Weight Watchers and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. And y'all gotta understand, we don't eat like this. I mean, this kind of thing, chicken and dumplings, strawberry pie, those things are definitely special occasion type stuff, like you said in the beginning.
I can't stop eating, folks.
You
Y'all was
just
going
keep
ahead.
on. I can talk. So yeah, so we really don't eat like that all the time. We eat pretty good, I guess, you know, lean meat and a couple vegetables and some fruit. And then on Thursdays, we get to have this kind of stuff. So I think next Thursday, like Nathan said, his brother Randall's going to come over. And he's going to make sweet potato pie.
But it's not your typical sweet potato pie.
It's a cobbler, I thought.
Nah. Mama calls it sweet potato pie.
Okay, well that's Mama's.
And, but it's not like your regular, like a pumpkin pie. It's made in a rectangle dish with real thin sliced sweet potatoes and a double crust. But get too far deep in it, but let Randall take care of that. Like I say, I ain't never made one. And but anyway, tonight, homemade biscuits. About 3 cups of white Lily flour, stick of cold butter, about a 1/4 cup of Crisco. Cut it up into little pea-sized pieces with your pastry cutter. Probably about a cup of milk.
Buttermilk.
Buttermilk.
Do you always have to use buttermilk, or can you just use like regular whole milk?
They don't.
Because you know a lot of people aren't going out to the store lately, so.
Whole milk, the biscuits don't hold together as good.
Okay. Well, there you go.
But and I'll just use what God gave me in my hand there and just mix them up. It gets me, then put it on a floured board, pat them out, fold them over, pat them out and fold them over about 3 or 4 times. Let's say, I'm not the best biscuit maker, I ain't the prettiest biscuit. As you can see, I ain't the prettiest biscuit maker, but they taste pretty good.
Well, I'm not giving you a ribbon on how pretty they are. I'm giving you a ribbon on how good they taste.
Cocoa syrup, simple. Cup of water, cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of Hershey's cocoa powder. Just heat it up till it dissolves. You don't, as you see, I mean, it don't get real thick. And you just slather that hot biscuit with a bunch of butter. And then just pour you a heaping amount of that wonderful, beautiful scrumptious.
You're silly.
Cocoa syrup on top of it, and this will make a great dessert. You know. Oh, you gonna try to scare me?
I was gonna try. Dang it!
And anyway,
I always get
this
busted.
episode of Cooking with Na Na
and Murray
is brought to you by Kegel Auction Company. Check us out. We're probably not going to have another auction until Labor Day with everything going on. I was going to have one Memorial Day, but I may be going through this treatment. So probably going to be Labor Day before we have another one. But just we're getting stuff in. You can check our kegelauction.net, Kegel Auction on Facebook. Don't have much up online right now, but we will. We're going to keep it going. And
don't forget to check out our Nathan's Brothers page, Gardening with Randall.
Gardening with Randall.
He's taught us how to plant tomato plants from seeds and yellow meated watermelons from seeds.
How about that?
So yeah. So I don't know what his next one is. But
he's gonna do some bee keeping.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did say he was gonna do some.
He got some beehives, and so that'd be interesting to watch him get stung.
Yeah. You're mean.
But anyway, appreciate y'all coming out, being with us.
Yeah, we do.
And
it's been fun. Hope y'all have enjoyed it.
And in the words of Papa Kegel, we
love
you, and don't you forget it.
Hey, you don't forget it either.
You don't forget it either.
You're the best.
You're the best.
Y'all, thanks for tuning in. We love y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, post those pictures of stuff you cook and share us.
Yeah. Share, get us, invite all your friends.
Yeah, invite everybody.
Bye.
Bye.